Hello, lovelies. This is 5 Minute Manifesting, and I'm your host, Lovey Brown. Thank you so much for joining me today. Just a quick reminder that I do have books on Amazon, Manifest a Specific Person Workbook, and 33 scripting prompts to manifest a specific person, and they're by Lovey Brown, that you can use to help you in your journey to manifest your specific person. So now let's talk about today's podcast topic, and that is, are you arguing with your specific person in your thoughts? Are you? Because it's something that a lot of people do, and it could be holding back your manifestation. So first I want to talk a little bit about why we might do this. So let's say, there's some hurt, or there's some anger, or there's just some unresolved feelings with your specific person about the way they've treated you, or the way they've not treated you well in the past. Or maybe not even in the past in 3D reality. Maybe just in your thoughts about how you perceive the way they've treated you. And I know it's really hard, but to move your manifestation forward, you need to let that go. You need to let that go. Because the reason we argue with our specific people, persons in our head, is because it feels good, right? If you feel justified and righteously angry at that person, it feels good to tell them off. It feels good to argue with them in your head. It feels good to get a little dig in when you feel like you've been mistreated. And I know that I did this with my specific person when I was manifesting, and it's not good. I had to stop. So that's the next thing. You have to stop arguing with your specific person in your thoughts. And you need to really be honest with yourself. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to essentially let them off the hook? And you choose the way you're treated in this world. And so you need to decide if you want your manifestation and you want to let them off the hook, or if you want to keep arguing with them in your head, right? And if you choose to keep arguing with them in your thoughts, it's going to hold up your manifestation. You really do have to stop doing this to manifest your specific person, I believe. And you have to also find a way to deal with the fact that you're not getting that little hit of good feeling from arguing with them in your imagination, right? I have lots of conversations with people in my imagination, and for a long time, a lot of those were arguments, because it feels good to do that a little bit. Like, it may not seem like it feels good, but when you really think about it, the reason that you keep doing it is because you're getting something out of it. There's some sort of payoff you're getting by arguing with them in your head. But the thing is that you want a different payoff. You want the payoff of being with your specific person. And so you're not going to get that payoff with having these imaginary arguments. So you want to take these imaginary arguments and you want to stop them. And then you want to replace them with conversations that you do want to have with your specific person. Oh gosh, thank you so much for the flowers. What a great date that we had. What a fun vacation that we're planning. Hey, what do you think about getting dinner out tonight? These are just examples I'm thinking of off the top of my head, but what conversations do you want to have with your specific person? What conversations do you want to have? And start having those conversations now in your imagination. And so it takes a little bit of practice to do this, because those sort of like angry conversations really kind of come to the surface a lot more quickly. But so when you catch yourself in one of those, like telling someone off, it doesn't even have to be your specific person. This will help all of your relationships. When you find yourself in the middle of like telling someone off in your imagination, or sort of being righteously angry at them. And look, the thing is that you have a reason to tell them off. You have a reason to be angry. And I know it's so hard to hear, but you have to let it go to get to the result that you want, right? And the thing is that you have a good reason. And so sometimes you may not choose to do that. You'd be like, no, I'm mad and I want to keep having this argument in my imagination. And if that's what makes you feel good, do it. I mean, don't expect it to, manifest a specific person into your life. But if it makes you feel good, know that that's what you're manifesting is more arguments with your specific person. But if you want to manifest the conversations that you want to have, start having those conversations in your imagination now. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I hope that you understand what I'm trying to say. And I hope you're able to do it. It does take a little bit of practice. You really do have to interrupt those arguments. You have to interrupt those inner conversations that you're having that you've practiced over and over again. And sometimes it's hard to notice that you're even doing it. It just feels so natural in your head. Right? Remember, all of this is happening in your head, both the arguments and the positive conversations. And you can have whatever you want happen there. And then whatever you choose there is what's going to outpicture itself on the screen of space, as Neville Goddard would say. And that's your life. Well, let me know if you have any questions. My email is lovybrownmanifests@gmail.com. I do have coaching available. So let me know how you go. Thanks so much. Have a great day, and may you manifest exactly what you want.